You ever sit in silence, not because you're calm, but because you're past tired? And I'm not talking about the tired that just needs to go take a nap. I'm talking about the soul tired, that deep down inside of you tired. Tired of holding everyone else together, meanwhile you're falling apart. Tired of being the one who gets it done, even when it's killing you on the inside. You're the strong one, aren't you? You're the one that everyone else depends on. The one who never falls apart, at least not publicly where everyone can see you. But here's the truth that nobody will say out loud. The strong one is always the most exhausted. Being the strong one often means that you're going to be the most ignored one. And the saddest part about it is that we're the ones who taught people that it was okay to lean on us because we never leaned back. You didn't choose this role. It was handed to you like some sort of reward or applause. And it probably started from childhood because you were the one who almost always had it together from a young age. You know, the one who could anticipate other people's needs, or the one who knew how to keep peace if you had siblings, or the one who could perform, in strength so well that it somehow became your personality, and people suddenly started depending on you. And somewhere along the way, you stopped depending on anyone else. It's like you became the rock or the glue, the one who never asked for help, but always show up for everyone else. But my question for you is do you know what rocks do? And it's not a trick question. They erode slowly, quietly, and under the weight of everything they're carrying. I remember my moment, and I was in a meeting pretending to take notes and nodding and smiling like I always do. And meanwhile, I could just feel my throat burning, and I was just so frustrated. I felt like I was turning red, and I was feeling like I was sinking, and no one even noticed. And I started thinking, if I dropped dead at my desk, I feel like they may send condolences. I don't know. They maybe an email, and then a week or two later, they'll post my job. And if you don't believe me, and rest her soul, but I think back to the lady who seemingly passed away at her desk. And they just kind of left her there for the whole entire weekend. And I'm not trying to bring up old wounds, but it just made me think that employers don't care. They don't care. And the thing about it is, what shook me most is it wasn't the work, it's not the stress. It was just the realization that pouring my life into a system, into people that would never, ever, ever do the same for me. I had to stop that mentality. They loved my strength. They loved my production. They can depend on my production and my strength and my ability to work through anything. But they didn't care about the cost. And I don't mean monetary cost. I mean the cost to me, the cost to my mental health, the cost to my physical body, and the stress that puts on your body. And I see it every single day when people come in that's my age or even younger, that is working in a system that is so stressful, and they end up having cardiac problems. That's a real thing. Stress cardiomyopathy is a real thing. And I see it every single day. And it just hit me like a ton of bricks. And it made me think, why do we stay strong and silent? We never, ever, 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 ever say anything. And it's we're not strong because we want to be strong. None of us are, right? We're strong because we had to be strong. We're strong because that's the only way that we know that we can make a living, is by being strong. Because asking for help in your mind made you a burden. And it doesn't matter that you could be falling apart dramatically Because the thing about people that take is that they don't care if you're falling apart dramatically, because they're only going to see what you're able to produce. And when you need rest, they look at it like you're being lazy, you're being unprofessional, or you get labeled as having this attitude. And meanwhile, your mental health and your body is going through these changes. And then so what happens is we become these silent performers. Like, we just work through it. We're resilient, and we just choose not to say anything, because it's easier for us to make it through the workday, to make it through our lives without causing havoc or being an inconvenience. When deep down, it's like we started to somehow believe the lie, believe that we're so strong and we have this capacity to do this or to do that. And it's like, no, why? If I stopped being strong today, like if I stopped being the dependable one, if I stopped showing up every single day, even when I'm not supposed to be at work, do you think anyone would show up for me? Do you think that the system would say, okay, Naisha, it's okay, you need a little rest, so go get your rest and then come back, revitalized and ready to go? They won't. And that mindset is what keeps us stuck. That fear, it's like it keeps us in this same place. It's a combination of fear, programming, and silence, and it just keeps us right here in this bottle. And here's the truth. And a lot of people don't want to have these conversations because they're tough conversations to have. But you don't have to collapse and die in order to deserve care. You don't have to be falling apart in order to be seen. You don't have to break just to prove that you're hurting. You don't have to do any of those things. So I want to get practical, and I want to talk about how we're going to loosen up this grip of the strong one syndrome is what I call it, without losing yourself. And again, everything that I'm telling you right now is like I've lived it. I've been there, and I'm not saying that my experience is everybody else's experience. And that's why I provide practical things that you can incorporate in your life no matter what, right? It doesn't matter if you are a farmer or an architect. You can apply this to your life. So, number one, redefine what strength actually means. Real strength isn't never needing help. It's knowing when to ask for it. Saying it aloud, like say this to yourself right now. Strong doesn't mean silent. Strong doesn't mean self-sacrificing. Strong means honest. Replace performing with presence. Like, you don't have to be on all the time. It's okay if you have an off day. Like, that's fine. And I had a meeting today, and one of the words that came up was very interesting in my meeting. And the word was self-preservation. And sometimes you have to go into self-preservation mode. And a lot of people aren't going to like it, but it's okay, because you have to protect yourself. Because if no one's going to help the strong one has to help themselves. And again, I'm talking from experience. I'm talking from having lived this. Number two is interrupt the automatic yes. Before you say yes, pause. And I want you to ask yourself this. Am I saying yes because I want to? Or because I'm afraid of what will happen if I don't say yes? That one question alone is going to tell you everything you need to know. If you set boundaries before the burnout, then you don't have to necessarily go through that burnout experience. Because strong people, what happens is we, us strong people, we often wait until we're breaking. And you cannot do that. By the time that you're breaking, let me tell you, it's too late. When you get to that point of breaking, everybody better watch out. Why? Because it is too late and a storm is coming. Number 3, create a soft landing space for yourself. Like, who gets your unfiltered truth? Is it your best friend? Is it your wife? Is it your husband? Is it a close family member? Like, who gets that unfiltered version of you, your unfiltered truth? Who sees you when you're not okay? Who is that person? If that answer is you have absolutely no one that you can go talk to, we got to change that. And you have to start small, like make a friend and see what they're all about. If you're at that age of making friends, you have to kind of put yourself out there a little bit. But at the end of the day, if you make a friend or you talk to a close family member, that's going to be helpful. Start a journal. And if you're not into journaling and you don't want to make a friend, then you can go see a therapist, because they're going to be the most disconnected to you, and you can say all the things that you possibly want to say to them without having, feeling any type of judgment or anything. Or go to like a quiet space where you can kind of let your mask fall off. That mask that we all wear. And you don't sit up here and tell me that you don't wear a mask, because again, this channel is about honesty and we're locked in. Everyone wears a mask at some point in time. The most free people in the world are the people that can be unapologetically them with no mask required. And if you work in the corporate world, such as I do, from the time that you get there, you have to wear a mask. And it's okay. Like, it's okay as long as you don't lose yourself in that mask. But don't lie to yourself. Don't fool yourself into thinking that you don't have to wear a mask, because we all do. It's just the ones who can survive are the ones that understand that that mask is meant for that job. And if they somehow get out of pocket, or that doesn't become a area where you can thrive in, that that you have to take that mask off and you have to get stepping. Because even one space where you don't have to perform is going to be healing for you. Believe it. And like I said, my choice is journaling. And I have my journal and I journal. That's what I do. And it works. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it for you, but like I said, I journal. And this is my journal. It has my name on it or my initial on it. And I do it faithfully. But that's just what works for me. And it may not work for you. Number 4, let people disappoint you. I know that's hard. I know it's hard. But when you stop over functioning, some people would just fall away. You don't even have to do anything. You could just stop over functioning and you can let them fall away. Like, it's okay for them to fall away, because every time you kind of take that cape off, you'll get to see the real people around you. Because you're going to have people that are going to be there to help lift you. And then you're going to have leeches. Because the people who only love you for your superpower, I guarantee you, will vanish. And the ones who truly love you for who you are and for all sides of you, they will stay and they'll work through it with you. And the 5th thing is practice receiving without earning. I know you don't have to prove that you're good enough to deserve rest or help or care or softness. You don't have to prove that you're good enough for that. I truly believe that no one can do what you do. No one can do what I do. Like, you're one of one and I'm one of one. And I've been placed here on this earth to do a specific task. And there is no competition for me. There is no competition. The only competition is me. There's no competition for you. You're not competing against anyone but you, because no one on this earth can do whatever task you have been assigned to do, or whatever purpose that you've been made or assigned to do, whatever purpose you've been made to fulfill. No one on this earth can do that. The only person that can do that is you. The only person that can do what I'm supposed to do, the task that I'm supposed to do, the purpose that I'm supposed to fulfill is me. There's no competition. And at the end of the day, you deserve love when you're tired. You deserve support when you don't smile. And I'm smiling now, but that's just in my nature. Even when I'm mad, I smile. You deserve rest just because you're human. Like, you don't have to put yourself through that. You don't. And so, like, you don't need to be strong forever. You just need to be real. And that realness and that rawness needs to start right now. Take your cape off. Let the mask slip off. It's okay. Let your final no be final. Let your needs be visible. The worst thing you can do is suffer in silence, because you will become resentful towards the people that's around you because you've allowed yourself to suffer in silence. You are your own responsibility. You're not anybody else's responsibility. Everything you do, everything that you have, everything that you achieve, every change that you make, that falls on you. That's your responsibility. Because you were never meant to carry everything for everyone. You weren't. But you were meant to carry everything for you and to fill your purpose and whatever task you've been put on this earth to complete. You were supposed to do that. But that doesn't mean that you do everybody else's task and fill everybody else's purpose. And so the next time someone tells you that you're strong, ask yourself, at what cost? What has it cost you to be the strong one? I know what it cost me. But I also know that once I've been able to identify the things that it did cost me, I was able to start my self-healing and self-growth and improvement journey. Because you're allowed to put everything down. You're allowed to be soft. You're allowed to be seen. So I want you to tell me in the comments, what's one area of your life where you're tired of being the strong one? Let me know. Like, is it, oh, you're the strong one at work? Is it you're always the go-to person with your family? Because, you know, every family has that one person that's the go-to, the person that plans the trips, the person that coordinates everything. So I want you to tell me in the comments. And I want you to ask yourself this and answer it too in the comments. What am I carrying that no one else sees? That's a deep question. What am I carrying that no one else sees? Answer it in the question in the comments. And again, if you are done performing and living in this area or this life of strength, and you're ready to really truly start living in your life, living in the truth, how about hit that subscribe button and let's do this together, because I'm walking on this journey with you. We're both walking on this journey, and we're going to do it together because, like I told you, we're locked in. And YouTube will recommend a video probably from the playlist. And like I said, I already have 2 videos that's out right now. It might be a third one by the time this video comes out. But check out that playlist because, again, like I said, we're growing together. We're doing this. We're going on this journey. And we're going to do it every step of the way. And I'm going to be there. And just subscribe to the channel, like, comment. I already said that. Share this video with anyone that needs to hear this. I appreciate each and every last one of you. My name is Naisha Nicole. Peace.